Welcome back to what should be the last episode on the Integra DC2 Type R project. This has been a huge project. It's went from a strip down to a new shell to a complete restoration.
It's hard to believe this love story started with a voice note.
Hello mate, just thought I'd send you a quick voice clip because I just thought of something that popped into my head. There's a guy around the corner from me, he's got a DC2 Integra.
And what a belter of an Integra it turned out to be. Despite the condition, I brought it home where it revealed a few secrets under the carpet.
Oh my god, man. Look.
A new shell was sourced, but that didn't come without its own challenges either.
It's coming up, just keep going.
And then there was a 200,000 kilometre engine that needed more than just a routine oil change. Finally, after a year, it's hopefully about to move under its own steam for the first time.
Why he's done got a fire extinguisher.
But the car's nowhere near finished, and time's not on our side.
We have 7 days left to finish this car. That's because it's due to be on the club stand at the Scottish Festival of Motoring in 7 days' time. MOT is 5 days' time, which is a test if you're not in the UK. But we have got so many problems to solve before that can happen, and right now it might not even be possible to make it. And I'll explain why later. In this, you maybe have noticed I have got a black rocker cover on. There's an issue here, which I'll speak about later and explain where the red one is right now. And ever since we changed the rocker cover, the engine won't start. So I'm going to let you guys dissect that and we'll speak about it later in the episode. But one of the problems that we've got right now, before we can even talk about this, is we've got fueling leaking. So the last time I used a sketchy air fitting in here, and we managed to start the car. This time I've actually bought a banjo fitting, a banjo fuel fitting. We've put a new fuel filter in, and we've used all our copper washers and it is leaking. We can't get it to seal. We've tried double washers, we've tried everything. I've got a couple more tricks to try, and if we can't resolve this fuel leak, then basically we can't go, because you can't have rogue fuel in a hot engine bay. That's just a bomb, essentially. So that's what we're going to concentrate on first. I've got a huge list of things still to do, which we've written down on the driver's side window. It's going to be many late nights. Darren's going to pop in and out the episode to try and help us get the car finished. And never mind if it gets finished, will it even make it there if it does get finished? So there's a lot to do. We're just going to dive in. We're going to start fuel first, and then we're going to work our way through the list and try and get this car finished in this episode. Basically, what's been happening here is we've bought the banjo fitting here, and we can't seal. We're losing out of here. We've double washered it and all the rest of it, but I could get a spanner and a socket on there and maybe crush it down a bit better, but first I've got different fittings that I want to use first. Seems to be dry. And the difference I've done there is I've switched to a washer that came in a different kit that I bought that it wasn't the right size banjo. And I've took the washer because it had a little rubber seal in it as well, rather than the copper ring, and it seems to have worked better. We seem to be dry there, and I've had a few primes of the engine to try and make sure it's building up pressure. Just need to make sure obviously that it's going to start. Right now that looks not too bad. That could be another issue off. We'll find out later when it comes to starting the engine. So one of the issues we had on the list of things to do was the rear seats. Now if you look here, I fitted the rear seats, a lot of play in that. So obviously that's not right, you can't have that when we're driving along. And then what I did realise is there's a plastic bush insert missing from the chassis there. So I've plugged this one in, and then the seat slips into it and it takes up the place. So I've got the other one here, so I'll need to remove this side, plug it in, and then hopefully that takes the play out the back seat. So we're going to do that now. And then it goes in here, just in there, see there? And it was from watching previous video that I realised I had one missing, and there's two black bushes that seem to clip in there perfectly, so we're going to assume that that's them. And then watch this no work. I've still got play on this side. There's a bush in the seat there though. There's no bush in that one though. Is there? No, there's one missing for the Iggy's, that black one. Ah, look. Right, so if I can come out here. So, I did have another black one which I thought was originally for there, but in the seat I can't move it round properly. Michelle, you'll need to come to me. Look, I've got one missing there. So I think this one here will be for there. Let's try that. It's just a game of jigsaw here at the moment. That would be ideal if I've managed to accidentally find them. I mean, it's 90% better. And there is a black insert in there, look, on that one. So that must be what that was for.
You move your thumb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This could be the seat issue resolved. Certainly feels better. And everything's sitting better with the, because I had a huge gap here before. And it seems to be sitting a lot better now as well, which because I really didn't like the interior a minute ago. So I'm hoping that that is another job off the list. That feels pretty good now, to be honest. So another one off the list.
With the rear seats in place, I'm now able to piece back together the rest of the interior. Now I don't have to climb in the back. I fit the seats in as many trims as possible, just so the car can meet the minimum criteria for the deadline on the MOT test. The rear spoiler can now be fitted, and it's just secured by 4 nuts on the underside of the boot. And just by doing these small touches, it's starting to look like a real car again.
Right, so we've got to a point where we've built up a little bit more in the engine. I've just temporarily sat the airbox and stuff in so that we're getting filtered air in. We've put the carbon canister in, although be it it's not connected to the tank properly, but it does have our vacuums and stuff in for the throttle body, if that's where they were, because this is the part of the project where Darren stripped this bit while I was doing underneath, and now I'm trying to puzzle some of it back together. I mentioned earlier about the rocker cover gasket. I've removed the red one and put the black one on because I blasted the red one, and the last thing we want is any media in the engine. Now I did thoroughly clean it after blasting it went through a degreaser and all the rest of it. But I overseen another post about removing the baffle to clean after media blasting, and I've not removed the baffle. And I don't want to chance it. We've ran it for 30 seconds, if that. That might already be too much. So what I've done is I've taken the valve cover from the Project Mini and just put it on just now, which is a lot cleaner, and we know it hasn't been blasted. So we'll put it to the side now. Ever since we've done that and we reconnected with earth, the car wouldn't start. So we changed the earth a couple of times and we're back to an original spot, and now it's willing to start again. We had the starter motor back out. We lost a lot of time trying to figure this out, and the earth wasn't properly good. I think it should go now. We're hoping that we're not going to have a fuel leak. We're hoping that our fuel leak at the back is sorted with an extra clip. We've got an exhaust on now, so it should be quieter. So we're going to hook it up, we're going to start it, and we'll see if we can get it to run to temperature. I've temporarily put the clocks in, so that'll give us a gauge hopefully if everything's okay. And if we can do one cycle to temperature, then I'm really happy, and we can go ahead and assemble everything else in the car, and then hopefully move it for the first time. While it's up and running, I can attempt to select gear and drive the front wheels just in situation. We can't obviously move it until we get the wheels back. So there's still a lot to do, but let's try and get it to temperature before we move on. Shitting myself here. We've got some mad lights on in the dash. So we're idling, wee bit high, check engine light is on, exhaust emissions light is on, but the O2 sensors, or the post-cat O2 sensor isn't in. Don't have much fuel apparently, which would be about right. Idle's dropped a wee bit. Check engine light, I've no idea, need to back bridge it, but there's still a lot of stuff disconnected, so I'm not going to focus too much attention on that. I'm going to select a gear, Michelle, see if I've got a clutch, and tell me if the wheels are spinning. Right, let's just let it do its thing, let it run up, keep an eye for leaks everywhere, coolant leaks, oil leaks, gearbox leaks, fuel leaks, power steering leaks, leaks.
Things are finally starting to look positive for the Integra and the engine build. I'm testing the alternator output while the car's coming up to temperature, and keeping an eye out for any leaks that could spoil the party. But so far everything looks good, and the idle has dropped to a level I'm happy with as well. Could we actually be about to drive the car for the first time? For this to happen though, I'll need a steering wheel, or the first drive will be really interesting. I'm fitting the original wheel, and it's at this point I've overlooked its condition, and we will need to recloth it. That's if she behaves on her first drive. Darren's back to help with the battle against the clock, as the days are quickly running out and we want this car to the festival of motoring. It's great having Darren back, as he's been part of this project from the beginning and knows his way around the car. Even with Darren's help, this list seems to be getting longer and not shorter, and my promise to bring 2 cars to the show is starting to look a bit thin. Nonetheless, I pushed late into the night fitting as many panels as possible, including the brand new second-hand bonnet, followed by the front and rear bumpers. I worked on my own through the night, but the reality was I couldn't complete the whole car. I managed to move it for the first time, but there was teething points and I had no time left to sort them.
You've got like it.
Guess how many faults?
I know one.
What?
You've got to light it.
Have I?
Bulb it at the front.
I'd ran out of time and I only had a handful of hours left until I had to leave to make the trip to the Scottish Festival of Motoring, and the car hadn't even completed 1 whole mile of travel yet. So what are the chances it could make a 72-mile journey to the festival?
So as you can see, I might hold this here. As you can see, we've made it to the Scottish Festival of Motoring. Finished the car late last night, so we stopped a lot of the footage, and then that's how we've ended up here. My biggest goal was to bring this car here because I agreed to the club that I was bringing 2 cars. So we worked tirelessly to make it happen. And its first drive was indeed driving from my house 70 odd mile or whatever to make it here today. So it's done a great job. So far so good. Don't know about teething issues, we'll find out when we go home, but it's here. I think obviously there's still a lot to do with the car, right? Forgot to bring the centre caps, we probably need wings, it's to go to paint, and then there's some issues that still a couple of bits of trim and everything, but I'd say we're 95% done. It's quite surreal. Me and Michelle spoke about this yesterday. I can't believe it's done. You take cars to bits, especially to the length that we did, and they never see the road again. So it doesn't feel like a punishment moment, but it doesn't feel real at the same time. You guys can make your mind up. One of the things that I was thinking about, which I will reveal in the final episode when it comes back for paint, is how much this car has actually cost. It's one of those things you maybe shouldn't ask questions you don't want the answers to, but has it been worth it, and what would the value be? So one of the questions I got for you guys is, finished with the paint done, what is the value of a DC2 in this condition? Because obviously we bought this to trade, which leads me to my next part of the end of this video.
It's time for my journey with the Integra to come to an end, and there's someone in the team I think it should go to.
I'm balanced on the spare wheel and the one bit of the boot floor that's not rusty.
and I know it held me, but I don't know if it's got the same chance of holding you.
Oh, bitchy.
That Head and Shoulders advert, I didn't know you had dandruff.
Someone who's been part of the journey from the beginning and also has a story with the car. Michelle's played a huge part in the restoration of this car. She's picked me up time and time again when things got tough with this project. She's not just a person behind the camera, she's been a shoulder to cry on, a sympathetic ear to vent frustration to, and has even rolled up her own sleeves and pitched in to build this project.
But we're going to wait until we have done.
Michelle's crying because I pointed out a shit bit in the car. You gave it a go, it's cool. Why are you getting upset? Right, Michelle, why are you crying?
Because so many guys that are watching just now haven't subscribed to the channel. Nothing to do with the fact that you shouted at me for this not being good enough.
I didn't. I said you missed a bit. You went off in one.
She's also went through the ups and the downs, shedding her own tears, and has helped push this car in and out countless amount of times.
Michelle, you must be getting pretty good at this now.
I've been not practicing, but I've been cheating.
How are you cheating?
I've been watching Chris and Mickey Slicks.
How dare you! How dare you've been watching another YouTuber?
Michelle's always forced to events in my cars, and it's about time she had her own JDM car to show how much she's valued. My goal with the channel is to help people, and it's only fair that Michelle gets the first car I've built from scratch.
You guys will recall that we bought the car as part of a trade series. So it was the second car in the trade series, and obviously things took a turn and I released it from the trade series and I took Michelle's car off of her to trade so that we could get the trade series going again. So just like in Fast and Furious, where Dom was owed a 10-second car, Michelle's owed a £10,000 car. So Michelle, it is yours. I'm gifting this car to you. It is yours to do what you want. She actually said to me yesterday that she looks good in it. So you can drive it home and I'll take the Pulsar. But it is my gift to you.
Is that just your way in getting to keep it?
No, you can sell it if you want. But that's my gift to Michelle. Her own JDM car for the channel, her own JDM car for the club, and it's yours. Any words? So Michelle, what's your plans with the car? Tell the viewers.
Up for sale. Best offer in the comment, can take it.
So Michelle's JDM experience was short-lived. Hit her up in the comments with your offers. But that is the end of the video. It's her car now, it's her responsibility. The paint is yours. If the engine blows up on the way home, it's Michelle's, it's no longer my car. But thanks so much for watching this episode, and thanks so much for watching the series. We might have one more episode when it comes back from paint, and then we're hitting the next car, next restoration. What do you want to see? And in the meantime, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.